Yeah.
I wouldn't be standing alone tonight.
That.
Oh!
And I landed it. There you go. See?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be standing alone tonight.
We wandering off and shit, dog.
Wouldn't be standing
Yeah. Finish my cup, then post some more. All across town, they're emotional. All they wanna know is what side you're on. Wouldn't be standing outside alone.
So this is what we got now. You can see, you know, short course trucks have a longer wheelbase. They're pretty much on like an 8 scale buggy wheelbase. As you can see, this is 11 something and this is 13. And one of my favorite things to do is turn them into monster trucks. So this is the Monster Conquest 10SC XB, and I'm running these HSP wheels and tires. I have a couple sets. They work really good. I have this tread pattern and one other tread pattern. It's like a real shallow paddle. But they're the same wheels. These wheels came on my Himoto Nitro too, and they lasted for days until I recently blew out a hub when I was running them on the Brontosaurus. Anyway, so it's also been converted to brushless. Let me show you that real quick. Quick look. Let's look real quick here. So I raised the body and I trimmed it. As you can see, it's perfect. This side, it's perfect. Trim the back as well. Just the front part right there. And it's almost complete, fully compressed, and it just wants to touch the tip, but it'll be fine. So we're running that servo. It is fast and strong. They sent it to me as a replacement. I was going to put it in here, but the one in here works great. It works great. I don't even run the dual rates all the way up on this, and it's still good. So we have the reactor. We have the reactor system that was originally in here, or the motor, and then one of those are Charlance ESCs, the ones that look kind of like a OC Day or a Ghoul RC or a Race Star, but they're a little smaller and they run a different protocol. So we'll get a run and we'll see. If I don't like this ESC, I'll put an OC Day on it. The Hobby Wing in here, they're called Reactor. Hobby Wing one in here, I'm not sure if it's glitching or if it's the motor that's giving me a problem. I'm pretty sure this ESC should handle 4300 kV. I have run this ESC with 4300 kV. I've run the 50 amp on 4300 kV, but in two-wheel drive, mostly two-wheel drive rigs or four-wheel drive buggies with small tires. So it could be the tire size and the inertia, and it's putting too much strain on that 60 amp for that high of a kV. I'm not sure, but I definitely run 4300 kV with 60 amps and the 50 amp, the 10BL50 that I used to have in my Monster T. The Monster T had the 10BL50. As a matter of fact, I got it out of the Conquest monster truck, which is the HSP Grand Pist. It came with the HSP electronics is Hobby Wing. So a Hobby Wing 3652 and the Hobby Wing 10BL50 came in my HSP Grand Pist, and it's the same brushless combo that usually comes in these. And it's the same combo that came in the Team Associated, but I think the Team Associated is the 10BL60, which is this one. These are the 10BL60s. This is just rebranded with their reactor. It's just rebranded with their reactor brand. Anyway, guys, so suspension feels good on this. It feels pretty strong. Only thing is the steering's a little bit loose in the front here. It looks like there's bushings. Maybe you want to put bearings or a shim on the bell crank, but it's not a big deal. It's the only thing I've noticed that I did not like. It's looser than most. As you can see, this one's tight, and this one, that one's loose. It's coming from the bell crank. Anyway, we're gonna run this thing. We're gonna run on 3S because that's what I do. So it's gonna run this reactor and this one, Monster Conquest, $99. So say you wanted to do this, $99, and you get yourself a OC Day system for $35, $40, $3,500 to $4,300. I mean, I run $4,300 in my Monster T's with 10BL50, and then the other one ran with the OC Day 60, and they did well. It was almost a little bit too fast at times, and I think $3,300 to $3,500 would be best. But what I'm trying to say, you get this for $99. You get a brushless system from OC Day for $35, $40. So now you're at $140. And you get your monster truck wheels and tires, HSPs. There's about 3 or 4 different tread patterns. They're on the same wheels, but they're different tread patterns. They're $20. So you're at $160, $155. And that's about, they cost $150 to get them brushless. But the difference would be this: you would also have your stock electronics still. So that's another thing. So you'll spend around the same money, but you'll be a monster short course truck, brushless, and you'll have the original wheels and tires and the original brushed 550 and the 1040 Hobby Wing brushed ESC. And those are going to be good for brushed replacements on some of your brushed rigs, or some Tamiya builds, some vintage builds, things like that need brushed motors or equipment. Matter of fact, I put that ESC in my WL Toys L303 because the 10BL60s that I was running in it with the 15-turn motor was always going into limp mode after a few minutes. It needs cat packs on that, and so right now I put the 1040 in, and the 1040s run those. 1040s seem to run great. I've had more problem with the 1060 than the 1040s. 1040s run 3S all day. I was running this on 3S. You'll see the video. Anyways, guys, for the same price as getting the brushless one, you can build your own, and it could be a monster. And then you would also have your spare brush electronics, so you're winning. So it's sometimes it's better. There's not much difference between this one and the brushless version, but I think the foam, there's no foam in the brush tires, and then these do have bushings in the wheels, but they spin for days. Some of the best bushings I've come across, you know. So, but I have bearings to put in there when it's necessary. That's the only difference. I know these transmissions are plastic. I think the main gear is metal, but I haven't got into my Grampus, which would be the Conquest MT, because I haven't had a problem with it yet. And I've been running 3S on all different kind of systems: monster truck tires, short course tires, just a bunch of different setups and a bunch of different systems with no problem. But you know, eventually, you know, it might give me an issue. Replacement gears are cheap, and they do have some metal ones. I haven't seen a metal spur, but I'm thinking that a lot of the aftermarket ones are pretty much the same. like the ones for the ECX or certain certain rear-wheel drive transmissions would fit. All right, guys. This was a long one. I didn't want it to be that long. I just wanted to show you guys the setup real quick, and we'll get a run in here. I'm gonna have to edit a lot of this one out, but yeah, cool stuff. I'm happy with it. Peace.